Thank you so much, our viewers. We are coming live from Parliament buildings. As we had been told you early that we will be having some interviews, getting the views from different members of Parliament. And today we are honored to host Honorable Sankok, who is one of our national members, National Assembly, the member of National Assembly here in Nairobi. And he will be telling us more about the court and after the court ruling, what is next? Because we are looking at after court ruling, we might be having some of the challenges because if you look at that is AG has raised some of the issues that he wished to appeal to the court, that is at Supreme Court. Also, there are some of the expenditures, keeping in mind that the court ruling last time, that's on Friday, talked about that if the president misused the funds while he's on his tenure, he might be sent to what we call to an international criminal court to answer. And also, people all citizens for this country were given a task to do what we call giving out the solutions for what should be. So I'm here hosted by Honorable Sankok, and thank you so much, Honorable Sankok, to Equatorial TV. We are live and we are all over the world. So tell us about who is first, Sankok, and give us insight about the BBI and after the court ruling, what is next?
David Sankok is a member of parliament representing 6.5 million Kenyans with disability in the National Assembly. And again, BBI, which was purported constitutional amendment through the popular initiative. And according to our constitution, the constitutional amendment through the popular initiative can only be initiated by ordinary Kenyans who have seen some loopholes in articles of the constitution. This one was begun by Handshake Brothers, that is by my president and former Prime Minister, Raila Amolo Odinga, who is also the official opposition leader. And from all angles and from all description known in all English dictionaries, these two characters can never be ordinary Kenyans. Therefore, it was from the beginning, it was a document that we saw that was not initiated in the proper manner. A lot of taxpayers' money was spent promoting a document that is illegal, unconstitutional, null and void. Those are the words of our courts. And they knew because my president is lucky. He have a legal expert led by the Attorney General and the whole Attorney General chambers. And also the former Prime Minister had a legal expert and a legal advice from the likes of Orengo, Otiende Omolo, another legal expert from his team. So I don't know where they went wrong, but we are told that the proposers of BBI were Junet Mohammed and one Dennis Wawero. But I want to assure them that the taxpayer money that were used on an illegal and constitutional document is called corruption, because that is misuse of public funds. And that, for sure, we will revisit. Hiyo pesa haiwezi potea. We cannot lose that money.
When you talk of, just give an approximation of how much was spent and how much are you demanding for?
Of course, I didn't do my tabulation, but analyzing from the meetings that were there, the fuel guzzlers that were attending the meeting, the tents that were hired, the mobilization money, I think it is towards the tune of 80 billion. 80 billion is approximately 4,000 kilometers of low-volume tarmac road. That is what have costed us. Again, if you say 80 billion, jump-starting small businesses of hustlers, we may be able to support 1 million hustlers to a tune of 80,000 to 100,000 each. And that means 1 million new taxpayers and 1 million new employers will solve a lot of problems in Kenya. So the money that have been misused, of course, as a taxpayer, I must demand that I need that money back. Now, we know for sure it may not be now, because there may be a lot of instruments of power against us, but then we'll definitely revisit and we must refund public funds because we are doing a lot of investigation following NYS1, NYS2, Mafia House, Kemsa Haze, and other forms of corruption, including COVID billionaires. We may not know their names, so we'll leave that one to DCI to investigate. But for the promoters of BBI, we know them name by name. They had appended their signatures in KICC. So wala ambao waliweka signature KICC, start organizing yourself and know how much each of you will pay, because taxpayers' money cannot be misused. They must be refunded.
During the court ruling, there was a mixed reactions that there were some who celebrated and some. Do you think the court ruling violated some of Kenyans' rights, or it is just okay to say that?
Of course, we celebrate the ruling. It was a win for all Kenyans because ordinary Kenyans did not initiate a popular initiative, which is supposed to be in their domain. The president had an opportunity to initiate a parliamentary initiative through his representative in the name of majority leader in parliament. The former prime minister had an opportunity to initiate a parliamentary initiative, constitutional amendment, through his representative in the name of minority leader Mbadi, Mr. Mbadi. So therefore, for them to go again through the back door and initiate using a popular initiative, which is supposed to be initiated by ordinary Kenyans, the constitutional amendment cannot be done like that, because by all English definition, they can never be ordinary Kenyans. By all our cultural definition, hawezi kuwa Wanjiko. So it was a total mess up, and I think the court did it well, and the court have remained the only arm of government that is very independent, and I thank them so much. And I ask DCI, EACC, and even Parliament to benchmark in our judiciary in terms of being independent. You must always be independent. It's a very independent institution. So the decision was welcomed by majority of Kenyans. Of course, two people cannot represent Kenyans. Kenyans are 50 million. So when you hear some dissenting voices of 3 or 4 characters who wanted to share some slots, or who knew that some constituencies will be hyped to their village and they will become members of parliament because they can easily manipulate one constituency, or by those who thought that World Development Fund is another avenue to eat public funds, then those are a few. The majority of Kenyans are happy with the decision of the judiciary.
Mheshimiwa, the final questions. AG Kihara Kariuki might have been collecting some of the ground reasons to appeal. What is your take on this?
Let him continue misusing public funds by appealing again. There is no problem. We are counting. The more you spend, the more you will pay. So there is no problem, because definitely, I can assure you, in the name of God, you people must pay the taxpayer money that you have misused. There is no way we can be investigating money that we don't even know who have stolen. This one we know. So you must pay.
Mheshimiwa, the last questions now. The other side of Hustle Nation, that is the Hustle Nation camp, didn't appeal or didn't involve in any case that took place in the Court of High Appeal. Why did you celebrate then? Because what was the mechanism for you to celebrate? Is it for as a normal Kenyans, or you just celebrated for the sake because you did not represent your lawyer there?
A win for hustlers is a celebration by hustler movement in general, including us. We prayed God, and God answered our prayers. And God will answer our prayers when the promoters of an illegal and unconstitutional document called BBI will be paying for their sins by refunding public funds.
Thank you so much, our viewers. That is the Honorable David Sankok, a member of parliament, and he's also the representative of member or people with disability. It is live here, and we will be giving you more details about what is going on and what will happen, because here we want to know, after court ruling, what next on BBI, that is Building Bridges Initiative. Because when it comes to a certain particular place, it gives you a certain mechanism. So we are here, we'll be having another MP for national member of, that is Oundo Mudenyo. will be giving us more information about what is going on and what will happen. Live from Nairobi, I was your host, Kaka Juma.